Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another video devotional. I wanted to share with you today from Philippians chapter 2 verse 8, New Living Translation. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on a cross. This past Sunday, our pastor was reading this passage from Philippians, and I looked it up in the New Living Translation. And verse 8, just it read to me a lot different than I've ever read it before. He died a criminal's death on a cross. It just really struck me. It really just it struck me the fact that to know that Jesus took our place and died a criminal's death, and it wasn't a death he needed to die. We should have been in his place, but he died for us. We've all had times in our lives where we've been surprised when certain people do things, whether it's something that they say or they do. We can be surprised in a good way, or we can be surprised in a bad way. A lot of times we'll say in life, she really did that, or maybe we say he really said that. A lot of times this kind of turns into a gossip thing, which isn't good. We kind of overhear things and we're like, oh my goodness, she really said that or did that, or he really said that or really did that. And we get caught up in the emotion of it, and the emotion and the feeling. When somebody does or says something very unexpected, it kind of leaves us in complete shock, and we don't really know what to say or how to react. A lot of times we kind of end up going, kind of look on our face, because we're just in shock. We have no idea what to do about it. It leaves us just dumbfounded and with no words. We have all often put so much energy and emotion into how we react and respond to these things in our lives. We've easily turned these times into gossip with others, and we shouldn't do that. We can't believe what we've heard or seen, and we want to tell others. It can become the talk of the group or the town. And this can be very good, or it can be very bad. If it's something good and we're spreading the word about it, that's good. But if it's something bad, then that turns into gossip very easily. As I mentioned this past Sunday, our pastor had a sermon talking about chapter Philippians and how Jesus came to do what he did and how unbelievable and amazing it actually was. And it just really got me thinking as he shared how things can become so commonplace and routine, kind of like the Christmas story. We can get so used to reading that, or just any story really in the Bible. We can get so used to reading it, and yeah, Jesus died for our sins. He died on a cross, yeah. And it becomes something so routine in the church that we kind of miss the passion of it. We miss the emotion of it. And when I looked and pulled up the New Living Translation version and saw died a criminal's death, it captured my attention. And to think that Jesus went through the torture that he did, he went through the agony that he did, he went through all that. He didn't retaliate. He went through all that pain. He went through all that torture because he loved you and he loved me. He could have very easily come down off the cross. He could have. He's Jesus. He could do anything. But he went through all that because he loved us, and he didn't want us to have to be in his place. He wanted us to live a life with freedom in him. He gave it all so that we could have life with him. And I sure hope that we all experience the real emotion of what Jesus did for us. It should grip us daily. We should wake up in the morning. As if we start our morning with prayer time, devotion time, I hope we all find time to do that. And just thinking about what Jesus did for us, we should be lost in emotion about it. It should just really hit us every single day. And honestly, it doesn't hit a lot of us. I'm very guilty of this. And I ask Jesus for forgiveness every day, and thank him for being in my life. But I fail often to feel the emotion and just really think deeply about what he did for us. And just that question that titles this devotion, He did what? That should be an emotion and a feeling that just hits us every single day. He really did that? He did what? We get all caught up in the emotion of what other people say and do. We should most of all get caught up in the emotion of what Jesus did for us. It's amazing. It's something that we can never comprehend. And I just pray that that every day of our lives from here on out, that we would strive to be filled with that emotion, that drive, that um, just a sense of awe of what Jesus did. That he did what, and that we can't believe it. We're overcome with awe and gratitude for what he did. Hope you have a great week. God bless you. Take care. We'll talk to you next time.